wanna see. Pray to the Lord, Daddy, let me in. I'm breaking in.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game. We've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Rivers' Chargers. With that, let's get you out to San Diego. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever going to see. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Diego Chargers. The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And they'll go on the ground. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle by the rookie Joey Bosa. Bortles going to try and throw on third down. Finding time. And that is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's now 4th and 3. So on 4th down, the Jags send out Brad Nortman to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for San Diego.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Slot man moves right. Now Rivers. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. And one of the guys to watch out for out of this group is the man on the outside, Keenan Allen.
His versatility, able to play outside the numbers, come back inside to the slot. In any case, you've got to find ways to get him the ball.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it's 3rd down. And time to take a look at the Jaguar defense.
Telvin Smith is a college safety who's transitioned very well to outside linebacker in the NFL. He runs down most plays.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Hunter Henry out of the University of Arkansas was definitely the consensus top tight end in the 2016 draft. I thought he might sneak into the first round. He didn't, but I think that Phillip Rivers is really happy to have him in San Diego. They're already starting to make that connection.
All right, now look at 56.
with a second-year man. It's Melvin Gordon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Melvin Gordon's rookie year was a far cry from his last season at Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Boy, it was. Yeah, we got the numbers right here. 3.5 yards per carry, 641 yards, no touchdown.
Well, I think his team is really looking to do things to help him break out and get back to that Wisconsin form in 2016.
Throwing Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second down, Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing, Rivers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. So now on 4th down, on comes Josh Lambo and the field goal unit for the Chargers. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambo will put this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline, somewhat happy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Here we go now.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Second down, 9 yards to go. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. They give him a gain of 38. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Man open left side. It's Williams. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass and completing it.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll cut it out to... And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie. The first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come up in an offset aisle. Shift together here from the D-line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. On second down, here's Bortles. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. In motion right is Robinson. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee, 76 yards. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took him less time than that to get the top speed and complete that play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Rivers now on 2nd down. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They come up in an offset eye. Bortles now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. To the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's brought down after a good gain. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
In motion right comes Allen. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Throwing, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Wow, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage and hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
It's already second and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Now, I can't imagine any celebrations being any bigger than your first NFL touchdown.
Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ladarius Green, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. A first down throw here for Rivers. And it's the right side here, complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. Good enough for a San Diego first down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad.
Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Jags. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Black 58, ace. No, right, 58, real. Black 58, left.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Bortles now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before taking this inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So again, they'll throw with Bortles. Steps away to his left. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Rivers now on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Rivers now, and he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get 19 yards there, and it'll give the Chargers a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. And some room to roam now. There he goes, right side. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. A man who missed his entire rookie season, Dante Fowler. In there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Flush to his right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. This will be a 37-yard attempt.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You played through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second down following the run. On play action, now Bortles. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Robinson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And here now it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an athletic hurdle, but taken down pretty quickly after that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy. Maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Back near his goal line, Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. Now 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Bortles now on 1st down. Lee's got it over the middle and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And he's got it to Hurns. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Allen Hurns, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Set. Green 80.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And it is incomplete. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go now. Green. Slow.
In motion now is Lee.
Slow. Ace. Slow.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Forced out to his left. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a gain of 14 there. And the Jags are going to have a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
Black 58 rail. Ready.
On play action, it's Bortles. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Ace. Left.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
On play action, now Bortles. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Following the interception here, Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Rivers trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. In motion right is Benjamin. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I...
Comfortable getting outside of the pocket, that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. In motion now is Lee. The play clock's running down. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Left. Shit. There we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. So after the INT, it's Bortles escaping the pressure right. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Brandon Mebane in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
Left. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. 57. Ace. He's checking. Crash.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Green 39.
Play action. Now it's Bortles being chased out left. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So the offense able to recover the fumble, but it's 3rd down now.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Slow. Here we go now. Green 90. Left.
third and long. It's Bortles. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Time for a break. So they took a shot there on third down. Couldn't get it. Now it's fourth. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returning, it's Benjamin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Rivers going underneath for Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Rivers on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On first and 10, Rivers. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
In motion now is Lee. Bortles going to throw here. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Allen Hurns with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And the lead is now an even 30. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed.
And that's caught inside the 30. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green, left, left.
Bortles going to look to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Deep drop. He's going to take another shot here. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into San Diego territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Well, apparently taking a knee is not in vogue. They're not able to add another touchdown on. And now the ball game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.